up, everybody? How's it going, y'all? I'm your host with the most, Zach Black, aka the Shogun Guardian. Welcome back to another lit stream. Hope we're having a wonderful, fantastic, legendary afternoon. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Thank you, of course, for the great wait, for the patience. Thank you so much. I was preparing a lovely, lovely dinner, a lovely scrumptious meal for tonight's adventure. Because y'all know a warrior has to eat healthy and eat well. Remember that, y'all. Eat right and you'll make it through the fight. Eat right and you shall dominate the fight. That being said though, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this fine afternoon? I have some very exciting news too. Very exciting. So I was talking to my manager a few hours earlier, and good news is I will be working a bit extra late, and I will also be doing a 3-day shift these next coming weeks till the end of the month. But that should help raise more funds and raise more money for our content. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay. And if any, that's a blessing. My job pays very well, so having an extra day, believe me, if I could, I would work all week. I'm willing to work all week because that's how good my job pays. So, yeah. But that being said, though, I'm honestly just grateful for my manager, my boss. We have always gotten along ever since I was a kiddo, which is how I got my job in the first place. But I really appreciate that. Huge thanks to my boss. Huge thanks to my manager for just giving the extra day to work, because I right now work 2 days a week, but now I'm going to be working 3 days. So I really appreciate that. As far as Twitter account, don't worry, that is going to be a success very soon. We're still working some things out, working out some twinks, working out some gigs with our compromiser, but we'll be okay though. Things are going to be worked out well. So furthermore, aside from that though, we are doing wonderful. Had a wonderful workout today with my group. Pretty good. Just did some basic wrestling and grappling. Just basic stuff too. But I really enjoy just meeting people, hanging out, and having a really great time. It feels amazing too. Very, very amazing. And I want to hopefully continue on just doing this, which I will. Because the classes that I'm taking, the class that I take with my group, can really help improve my warrior combat skills. So I really am much loving it. Very so. Really look forward to just growing more too. Look forward to that as well. But that being said though, good news all around. Great news. Really look forward to also just, even after this month getting paid well from my 2 jobs, I really look forward to buying my laptop. But business first, just some minimal business. Pas un problème. Afterwards, I'm buying my laptop. I very much look forward to just working hard, raising funds, and just buying my laptop. If not by the end of this month, then next month, for sure. I want to buy my laptop. I just want to buy the new laptop and just play VR chat unrestrained with better quality. Because when you play VR chat with headset and PC combined through Steam Link, the quality is much better. Très bien, très général. Magnifique, vraiment. But seriously though, I really look forward to just hanging out with my friends in VR chat and making greater memories. It means a lot that people will take time to just watch our content grow and really take time to see our community grow as well. It's a real blessing indeed, and I thank God for that every morning I wake up. Another day to be alive and to just hang out with y'all, because that's all that really matters. Alright, just checking our connection, make sure everything is a-okay. Making sure connection is doing well, because I know the last few weeks it was a little wonky, but we did great though. We pursued. Speaking of which, I am so proud last night when Howdy beat yet another grand game of another game with just 3 streams. First, Doom 2016. and now Wolfenstein. How crazy is that? Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, within just 3 streams. That is awesome. But that aside though, that really aside, I'm really just glad that we're just knocking out the ballpark. We really are. I mean, I never really thought myself that good at video games. I mean, I have played since I was a kid, but I never really considered myself a pro gamer. I will never consider myself a pro gamer. I don't care how good I get, but nah, I'm not trying to be a pro. I just want to go on cool adventures with y'all. That's all that matters. Just hang out with my warriors, making awesome memories. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to consider myself a pro gamer because that's kind of too much stress. That's too much pressure. You don't want that. That's way too much pressure. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself trying to be a pro gamer. That takes time and patience. You'll get there. Just listen. The best thing of being a pro is to have fun. Don't let a few losses get you all stirred up. Don't do that. If you get upset and let a few things shake you all up, you're not gonna learn to enjoy gaming. You're not. It's all about patience. And it's all about just enjoying yourself, having fun, and having awesome adventures. That's all that matters, y'all. Never get upset with the small things. Just keep on fighting. In the wise words of Corey X Kenshin, you fall down 99 times, but get back up the 100th. That's all that matters, warriors. That's all that matters. Oh, so let me just go ahead and grab some of my romaine noodles. Just gonna have a little bit of my din din as we talk. Whew, nice and hot. Let me just pull up my desk. Yeah, I'm telling you, I am quite hungry. Got my romaine noodles with corn and some lettuce. I love to put some oil, some spray, cooking spray on my veggies so it's nice and creamy. I love creamy vegetables. It makes it nice and delectable. Delectable. Délicieuse. Vraiment très délicieuse. But that aside, honestly, I have high hopes for this year coming up soon. Just this year continuing, we have a lot coming up soon, which I'm very looking towards. Also, I know there's Angerfoot that I want to finish. I do want to finish Angerfoot, so you know what? I might make that our next stream for tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and finish Angerfoot. We might do that because I know I have been sleeping on that game for a long time. I ain't gonna cap. I have been sleeping on that game, and it was pretty fun. I want to finish to the end because we're on the last chapter. I believe this would be like the 5th stream of Angerfoot, so yeah. But furthermore, we're gonna be alright though. We're gonna be a-okay. Yeah, for real. I can even schedule that really. Let me just check. Let me just see. Let me just check. I'm just going down the list too. Let me just see. Trying to find. I thought I had it written down, so I do. It's just, give me a minute. Sometimes I type things a little. Sometimes I might type things and it gets all tangled up. Here we go. Sometimes when I be typing things up, it bleeds together. So just keep that in mind. Things kind of bleed together. All right, there we go. Yeah, sorry about the short pause there, chat. I am very detail articulate about scheduling things. I have a long Google Docs list of next coming streams, so I'm a perfectionist. I like to make everything is on track. Like I like to make sure that everything is just. I go by a list. Like I have this long Santa Claus list, checking it twice to see which stream is naughty or nice. Yeah. But that aside, we all good. We all good. We all good in the hood. Telling you, last stream, I really enjoyed last night's stream. I really enjoyed just hanging out and making awesome memories. I know I say this a lot, but I really do mean it. It means the whole multiverse, that people come and watch us grow, and that people take time to really see our content rise. So I'm very, very extremely grateful to see so many kind people just come by. It really means a lot. It really means a tremendous amount. Anywho. Let me see. There we go. But anywho, just checking things up, just checking if everything's a-okay. With that being said, before we get into our gaming, obviously we're just gonna pause some music and we're gonna listen to some. We're gonna just watch some memes, cause why not? Meme time for the memes. Yeah, like seriously, I'm just gonna get into the memes because we really need that. But the month with the month that we've had, and just, well, I won't say it was hectic, but you know what? The memes always cheer me up, especially enjoying some fine cuisine as well. Let me see, what would be a good video to start off with reactions? I'm trying to see where we can start. There's a lot of good content. Well, as we wait, how's everyone's day been though? How's everyone's day been? Oh, that's good to hear. That's very good. Man, I really need to just plan a list of stuff to react to. You know what? I want some more Doomslayer content. All in agreement of Doomslayer content, say aye. Okay, perfect. Doomslayer versus Analog. I love watching this too. Oh, this is perfect. Y'all know I'm a heavy Doomslayer fan. I'm always going to glaze. Like I've said with Salvi, I'm always going to glaze the Doomslayer. That's just a truth. That's just a fact. I'm always going to glaze the Doomslayer. That's just a fact. Alright, so let me just go ahead and pull up the content. And bingo. Let me just also scroll this down.
or versus the Doomslayer from Doom the Dark Ages is not even close. In this video, I'll explain just how this earlier version of the Slayer from the newest game, Doom the Dark Ages, can solo pretty much all of analog horror, even though he was nerfed. For this video,
That's true. Gotta keep in mind that Dark Age Doomslayer is he's a prequel, not a new. I know he's like a new series, but it's like the retelling of a story. So this version of the Doomslayer is literally nerfed. And you have to take into account, he's not at full strength until he's free from the Creed Maker's tether. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to keep that in mind as well. Before we commence, let me just go ahead and say my grace. Amen. Yeah, so this version of the Doomslayer is actually a weaker version, because if this was, okay, Dark Age versus Eternal Doomslayer, Eternal would win, obviously, because Dark Age is a more, well, primitive version. Is a more, well, primeval, like primitive version compared to, this is the past versus the future. So
compare a few select analog horrors from past videos, as well as some new ones in order to prove my point. So let's begin first with the Slayer.
Oh yeah, we remember this, chat. This is for Sarat. That's for Sarat.
Doom the Dark Ages, being a prequel to Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, takes place when Doomguy just got his divine powers from Samuel Hayden. This version of the Slayer differs to that of the other games by being a more medieval themed and also a bit weaker. But how much weaker? Well, for one, he just got his god powers. Since Doomguy before this was pretty much a mortal, the new god powers he got might take a little time to figure out. 2. Since the Doomslayer gets powered up every time he kills a foe, it'd be safe to assume that since this version of Doomguy has yet to fight as many enemies and demons as the Doomslayer from Eternal and Doom 2016, he would be weaker. It is also shown that the Slayer can get damaged, which was surprising considering they stated that the Doomslayer should be invulnerable to damage. But now moving on to the analog.
He's a demigod, so he can get hurt by higher beings. So you have to take that into consideration. I love that they show as part of him being somewhat human still, and not like indestructible. I mean, he is indestructible to an extent.
Analog horror section. Let's first quickly look at some analog horrors that I've yet to talk about, starting with Nuclear Nightmare. This analog horror is pretty much a radioactive fungus that infects and mutates people to become lanky, tall, humanoid radioactive creatures that believe they are the next step beyond humans. They number in the millions and have wiped out a large portion of the population as well. There's also a large celestial creature, name of Earth Last Stand, which is larger than the Earth. When comparing them to the medieval Slayer, he could easily destroy the uranium fungus infected people. These creatures, apart from being radioactive with some other minor abilities, are pretty much your usual humanoid analog horror monster that would lose against an imp. But Earth's Last Stand is where the analog horror gets interesting, because of its large size which towers over most titans. This planet-level plus being would make for a good fight against the medieval Slayer, but ultimately it would likely lose just cause the Slayer's still the same guy which killed the Colossal Hell's champion with his bare hands, even though he still does get overpowered by the Hell Prince in the game cutscene. Next up to the chopping block is analog horror Batman. This Batman from this analog horror series is pretty much your usual Batman with all of his strength, intelligence, abilities, experience, and tools, but just a bit emaciated and deranged. Now, from the video and from what I've gathered from a few explanation videos that I've watched regarding the analog horror Batman, there is no real supernatural or anomalous abilities present for this horror Batman, at least not in that much of a substantial way. But how would this Batman fare against the Medieval Slayer? Well, this mostly boils down to if prep time will actually help for Batman. With prep time, normal Batman can fight and win against many very strong, almost godlike beings, but they have to have a weakness. The Doomslayer is practically no weakness, no matter which version of him you choose. The only way to beat him is by just being strong enough to throw hands with him, or actually overpower him, which horror Batman or even normal Batman
cannot do.
Local 58, an old analog horror series that I've put off including because of how abstract and mysterious it is, which makes getting a reasonable scale as to what the entities in this analog horror are capable of quite difficult. But pretty much the moon and other mysterious creatures of unknown origin are on Earth attacking people. Some of the creatures in this analog horror, like the ones from this video and from the newer videos, are somewhat strong creatures with mind control, illusion making, and other telepathic abilities. Because little is revealed about the actual physical makeup of these creatures, I will say for this video that these creatures are about on par, if not a little stronger than your average analog horror monster. Now, the moon, which is either its own entity or has a entity living on it or inside of it, is about, well, moon level, cause it's a moon. So can the creepy critters from Local 58 challenge the Medieval Slayer? Well, not really. Each entity that is on Earth terrorizing people are no more powerful than low-level demons from Doom games, which is a pretty common theme when looking at the grand majority of analog horror. With the only
I'm very impressed by that. Even when he just got his powers, he could still take on planetary-sized threats. That is incredible. That is so incredible, really. It is.
The exception in this series being the moon or moon creature living on the
But have you seen the moon?
Now, the moon still loses to the Medieval Slayer, but it provides a more substantial challenge than any other Local 58 creatures. Now for the final section of the video. Let's see if some of the stronger analog horrors from past Doom Guy videos are of any challenge to the Medieval Slayer. We got arguably the strongest analog horror series, which is Monument Mythos. For this one, only 3 characters are important to consider in this situation. Everybody else is strong, don't get me wrong, but not strong enough for the Slayer. Now, these 3 are the Crescent King, Nixon, and the Horned Serpent, or Wonderland. But you can also call the Horned Serpent George Washington, because it's George Washington. Now, starting off with the Crescent King, which is by far the weakest of these 3, the only reason why it poses any challenge for the Slayer to fight is because of its mimetic immortality, which the Slayer would have trouble dealing with, primarily because he would not want to terminate millions of innocent people just to beat the Crescent King, which would then make this situation more of a stalemate. For the second strongest of the Monument Mythos series, which is Nixon, this would be much more of a challenge for the Slayer because of Nixon's ability to change reality and also fictionalize it. Now, could this much weaker version of the Slayer still win? Well, since an earlier version of the Slayer before Godhood was able to defeat the Icon of Sin, which is quite similar in the reality warping abilities department as Nixon, the Medieval Slayer should technically win. And if you consider the hacks of, a bunch of willpower and being able to pretty much just ignore most things, then yeah, the Slayer should take this one. But what about the arguably strongest analog horror entity as a whole, George Washington? This being is very powerful in that it can range from Universe Plus to even up to a multiversal level. But who would win between the Horned Serpent and the Slayer? Well, the winner between these 2 is the Medieval Slayer, but just barely. Let me explain. This is because the Slayer fights in Doom's Hell, which is beyond space, time, and dimension. This Hell, which in Doom is its own entity and quite a powerful one at that, is also able to change space, time, and dimensions within itself, which affects everybody indiscriminately. Since the Slayer is able to exist there just fine, this would allow him to resist any time or space tomfoolery from George Washington. But if you consider his willpower hacks, which, just ignores pretty much mostly everything, then the Doomslayer is actually impervious to space-time and dimension-related attacks and abilities, for the most part. So, in conclusion, Analog Horror vs. the Doomslayer is not even close.
That's incredible. So medieval Doomslayer is just that powerful. Keep in mind, this is when he just first got his powers too, so I would understand when every time he would land, when he would crash land, he would cause massive shockwaves because he's still trying to figure out his new powers. That explains a lot.
Analog Horror survived Doomguy from the original classic games. Well, in this part 2 of my Can the Doomarine from Doom Survive Analog Horror video, I'll examine a couple other popular and well-made analog horrors to see if the creatures could survive a run-in with Doomguy. After looking and examining the classic retro Doomguy in past videos, I will instead look at what the demon-killing soldier was up against when he was in Hell. Starting with the Doom's version of Hell, it is a place that drains the vitality, soul, mind, and willpower of any who are not welcomed, thus making them into demonic creatures. It is also very hot in there, and there are millions, if not billions, or even trillions of demons, all with different tiers. First are the low-tier demons, which it is also very hot in there, and there are millions, if not billions, or even
I nearly thought my doorbell rang or something. I literally thought my doorbell rang.
Trillions of demons, all with different tiers. First are the low-tier demons, which they alone can take out a whole specialized battalion of top-tier military men from an advanced Earth military. Then there are the middle-tier demons, which they have power that eclipses the lower demons by a large margin. And then the high-tier demons, which stand at the top of the demonic caste system. These demons are able to lay waste to hyper-advanced sci-fi civilizations with ease. But the strongest demons are the Titans, which are able to terraform planet because of their hell and argent energy coursing through them, and they are also very large. Now, I could have a whole video explaining just what these demons are capable of, but let's just keep it simple. Now, this hell and all of its demons were hunted down by Doomguy, which again is said to be a seemingly normal marine, but in reality he is a primordial, but let's just leave that part out of the video to make it a little more interesting. So but let's just leave that.
Primordials are people like the Dark Lord in Doom lore. So he's basically a primordial mortal.
Part out of the video to make it a little more interesting. So with just comparing Hell to Doomguy, you can see that he was a pretty strong fella. Quite strong, in fact, that I might have to handicap him a little more for this video by taking away any power-ups, which are also canon. Now, these power-ups that I took away from Doomguy give him some abilities that increase his combat capabilities, making him so strong that he can just punch demons into mush. You know, the ones that can destroy several large civilizations. And for Doomguy's arsenal, he has quite a bit of weapons that range from conventional firearms to sci-fi based weapons powered by the much hotter than the sun, damn near infinite power source of argent energy, which make these weapons have plasma so hot that it can actually burn the demons which live in hell. You know, the really hot place known for being very hot. So let's also take away most of those weapons and just give them a pistol for long range, a shotgun for short range, and a chainsaw for even shorter range. Now let's move on to the analog horrors. But before that, please subscribe so we can get the channel to 50k subs.
Took away his big plasma guns. So now all he has is just his pistol, shotgun, and chainsaw. Alright, interesting. Let's see how this goes.
I mean, there's just a few thousand more.
Very
also
intrigued.
Remember to like the video and share it so more people can see just how insane Doomguy is. Basswood County is an analog horror where the people are terrorized by weird creatures which are able to mimic others either by killing them and taking their likeness or by just morphing into them. They do this so they can hunt more people without so many problems because their disguises allow them to hide in between the people. In this series there's not too much information on what these things are and what they are capable of, but considering the similarities to another analog horror creature, which I've examined, which is the alternate from the Mandela catalog, it would be safe to assume that they share similar strength feats as the alternates. This would place these creatures' strength and durability in between wall level and small building level, with combat speed on par with fast vehicles. But how would the Basswood County creatures fare against Doomguy, with no power-ups and just his most basic of weapons? Well, they would get picked off quite easily. This is because they are weaker than low-tier demons in Doom, because each fodder demon is around the strength of a militia with tanks and specialized weapons, and the Basswood County creatures are not to that level, at least from not what is revealed. So
weak.
Confrontation would be where a Basswood County creature goes and tries to ambush Doomguy. The creature may get the first strike, but Doomguy will then retaliate with a swift punch or shotgun blast to the creature, effectively putting it down or at least crippling it. Now, even if he was surrounded by these creatures, Doomguy would just blast and change.
Nah. Homie looks like he could use some sunscreen. Looking like an overcooked fried tortilla chip.
Goes and tries to ambush Doomguy. The creature may get the first strike, but Doomguy will then retaliate with a swift punch or shotgun blast to the creature, effectively putting it down or at least crippling it. Now, even if he was surrounded by these creatures, Doomguy would just blast and chainsaw each creature because, again, he's faced several demons in hell all at once, and there's not as many Basswood County creatures as there are demons in hell. But what if they tried to get away? Well, they kinda couldn't. This is because Doomguy at his slowest speed scale is still faster than the rocket shots and even the shots from the BFG, which are quite faster than the Basswood County creatures. So Doomguy could hunt them down even without the need of guns. So the Basswood County analog horror creatures don't survive Doomguy. Woodlands National Park is an analog horror that takes place in a national park in Washington. In this park, there are a few anomalous creatures that have killed and terrorized visitors and park staff for a while. To try and combat and also hide the many deaths, the park rangers have been employed to help people survive these creatures by giving them knowledge. Or if they do die, they just try to cover up the incident. Creatures that I will include in this video, there is the Wendigo, Walker, and Cave Critter. The Wendigo is pretty much the modern folklore interpretation of the Wendigo, which has the antlers and giant build. The Walker is a 12 to 45 foot creature that is tall, slender, humanoid, with skin that absorbs light, which makes it practically invisible at night. Lastly, there is the Cave Critter, which is a monster with a great climbing ability because of 6 appendages that exclusively lives in a cave because it does not like sunlight or light. When it bites people, 45% of them will just die, 45% will turn into a cave critter a couple weeks after the bite, and 10% will walk unscathed from the bite. So how does each one fare against Doomguy? Starting with the Cave Critter, it is easily defeated because it is the weakest of the bunch, being only a little more capable than the Basswood County creature, just because it is a bit more agile and has a nasty bite. Now, if Doomguy is bitten, which most likely will happen, especially with a couple of them, then he would still survive. This is because willpower, which is a heavy plot device in Doom to explain just how Doomguy, a seemingly normal person, is able to practically survive everything, even though he is, again, just a normal marine. For the walkers, Doomguy in this scenario would have some trouble finding the walker because of the light absorbing skin. When he does, or what will most likely happen, a walker tries to attack him, Doomguy will just shoot it and tear it apart with the shotgun and chainsaw. If the walker does get the first hit, then it wouldn't be too much more damaging to Doomguy compared to what the demons could do. Now for the Wendigo, which if the Wendigo is exactly or even very closely similar to the folklore myth, then it is actually quite formidable. By taking the strength of the folklore Wendigo, it is beyond the low tier demons and even maybe somewhat rivaling the middle tier demon. Somewhat. With the added ability to go incorporeal and travel through as a spirit. It can also only be killed by attacking the heart with silver, or it can be disabled if you rip out the heart and just keep it away from the body, without even having to need to use silver. Now, Doomguy does not have any silver in his arsenal, but he has 2 hands which love to grab the hearts of millions. So at first the Wendigo gets some hits in, but eventually Doomguy will get a hold of the Wendigo and start to attack it and rip it apart. If the Wendigo does not escape before Doomguy gets the heart, then the Wendigo will be put out of commission, but if it is able to go incorporeal and escape, then it could possibly survive for quite a while longer as Doomguy tries to hunt it down. Doomguy would only really be able to kill it if he found out about the weakness so the Wendigo is able to survive quite well, as long as Doomguy is kept in the dark about how to kill it. So do the Woodland National Park creatures survive Doomguy? Well, for the most part, not really, unless you count in the Wendigo, which could be incorporeal forever and could just kind of run away and guard its heart. Greylock is an analog horror in which strange abstract creatures in thought forms are terrorizing the town near Mount Greylock. Now, apart from the thought forms, which are creatures manifested through strong emotions, will, or thoughts, that then become more vivid and physical as time goes on, there is not many other described creatures in this analog horror. Some other entities which appear are the skeleton-looking creature in the security tapes, the tall humanoid that is described by these fellows when they were at Mount Greylock, and the cultist home invaders. Now, these creatures could all be thought forms or just anomalies that result from Mount Greylock. So for the video, I will just consider them different entities. The tall lanky skeleton guy is an anomalous creature that seems to be able to merge different organisms and even make doors disappear. Not much else is revealed about this creature, so let's just say it has similar strength to the others, which is a safe assumption because most of the creatures from analog horror and even in this list scale to about this level, of being around wall level to a small building level or even a little bit more. Then there are the thought forms, which seem to be ghosts which can manifest through many different shapes, sizes, and strengths. Then lastly for the list, there are the cultist home invaders.
They're basically people who can be manifested by thoughts. Excuse me. So basically they're manifested through the thoughts of this one person. I do want to get into analog horror. That's something we could react to sometime too, is analog horror, just to understand the different stories and really understand the whole multiverse of this topic.
Which are sometimes alluded to having more anomalous abilities, but on the surface level, they just seem like your standard murderous home invader guy. So how do each of them fare against Doomguy? Well, starting with the home invaders, they are easily killed. This is because they seem to be more similar to a normal person when it comes down to combat ability and power. Sometimes they have close range weaponry, and sometimes they have guns, but all in all, they are not able to really do much against Doomguy, which even at his weakest is still a superhuman marine that can tank imp fireballs which are hotter than the sun. Next up is the tall skeleton flesh creature, which for this video I will say is the same type of creature as the one seen by the fellas near Mount Greylock. This is a very agile and fast creature with some minor reality changing abilities, as seen when the door disappears and reappears. Against Doomguy, this is not much of a problem, because Doomguy destroyed a titan with casual reality destroying powers, which is the icon of sin. Now, for the amalgamation ability of this creature, this ability would most likely not work against Doomguy, because again, one of his major hacks abilities is infinite willpower, which nullifies other hacks abilities even before he became the Slayer, which is how he survived in hell for so long. So Doomguy, by virtue of willpower and lead, is able to overcome tall skeleton guy. But what about the thought forms? Well, since they are described as manifestations coming through intense emotion or will, a thought form might form from Doomguy, but not all thought forms are dangerous or evil. So because this entity is very abstract, I would just say that it's a Doomguy win, because maybe Doomguy manifests a thought form that goes and destroys other thought forms which are evil. And even if his thought form is evil, Doomguy is proved to be strong enough to fight himself and still win. So Greylock analog horror mostly does not survive Doomguy. Why? Well, he's able to clear the other entities, and he would be able to handle a thought form, even the one created by his own anger and will, if it was evil, simply cause willpower. So does analog horror survive OG retro Doomguy from the original games without power-ups or most of his arsenal? For the most part of it, no. This is because most analog horror creatures are around the same level of power as an imp, give or take. Of course, there are outliers like Monument Mythos and Unorthodox Kitten.
I mean, they wouldn't compare. They wouldn't compare to what Doomslayer is used to already. He already fights anomalies. He fights beyond just anomalies. He fights literal demons with reality warping powers on god level. So this isn't new to him. He's used to fighting powerful enemies. He's used to this. So even if you nerfed him down, like we've already nerfed him from Dark Ages to even from when he was, even now down to the Doom Marine. The Doom Marine is before, keep in mind, the Doom Marine is before Dark Ages even. So, That's when he became the Slayer. That's when the Doom guy became the Doom Slayer. Yeah, so that's something you have to also keep in mind. This has been very educational, really. Watching these analog versus Doomslayer videos, we need to keep watching this more, because it really gives you an idea of just how powerful the Doomslayer is. Now, the Doomslayer has limits, obviously, but in a full-out fight against these analog horrors, oh no, he would win. He would just straight up beat everybody. And it's not even a competition anymore, really, it's not. But with that being said, we're going to take a small little break. We'll be right back. Then afterwards, Wolfestein time. Wolfestein time. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back. And we're back, y'all. And we're back. Who's ready for some Wolfenstein time? Who's ready for some Wolfenstein time? Who's ready, y'all? Thanks for the patience as always. Thank you kindly. Just taking care of some small minimal business real quick. That being said, there we go. Go ahead and mute our music. Who's ready to rock and roll, y'all? Back to some more Wolfenstein time. Back to that good old sleepy time. The sleepy time. You're finna get killed by the sleepy time. Look, I have a lot of energy, y'all. You know when I'm excited for a game, I got that energy going. Time to get killed by the sleepy time. Go ahead and boost this on up. And let's get ready for some more Wolfenstein. Sleepy time, sleepy time. You're finna get killed by the sleepy time. I'm going to just adjust my camera. Honestly, I really enjoy playing Wolfenstein. I really did so much. And now we got these extras coming in. I'm really excited. Sleepy time, sleepy time. You're gonna get killed from the sleepy time. The sleepy time, sleepy time. You're gonna get killed. We'll buy that later. We shall continue. We got your ship. We got your ship. That's hilarious right there. Liberation. The sweet smell of liberation. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. And we're back.
All right, Blascowitz. While the guy's off kicking ass and revolutionizing, you and I are gonna type some loose ends by taking out any Uber commanders left on the board.
Yes,
Get on the
ma'am.
Enigma machine and the war map and do your thing. I'll be your comm support. Come on, let's
Hello,
pave the way
little
for
baby.
our people on the ground.
Caroline's journal. After BJ killed General Strash and freed prisoners, it crippled the Nazis' research division, slowed the Nazis' advancement in tech research. If he wakes up, I'll keep reminding him that we are forever in gratitude to him. Nazis are demoralized, humiliated, but it's not enough. More is needed. Paris' mission was a success in some ways. It was the first step towards building the momentum we need to take on the Nazis globally. I just wish I could find a way to help Juna. The Ozmezers has come awfully close the last couple of days. Worrying. Must speak to Seth about this. Caroline. Hello, sweet little baby. Alright. Let's do this.
Greetings, Mr. Terrabilly.
Terrabilly.
You collecting comics?
I did. I met the creator of the Incredible Tank Man once. He signed my first issue.
The Incredible what?
Tank Man. Oh shit, you haven't read Tank Man?
Afraid not, honey.
During the war, Amazing Comics launched this great new Nazi fighting superhero. They called him the Incredible Tank Man. It was a normal GI became fused with a tank in a freak accident. His power was that he had these huge cannons instead of arms, and so he could kick Nazi ass like nobody's business.
That sounds...
Totally amazing, right?
Yeah. Well, good for you. Everyone should have a hobby.
That's true, man. What's yours?
Collecting seashells.
Oh. All right.
Bro, the way these two just get
Captain
along.
Blascowitz.
Howdy.
Blascowitz, can I get a moment of your time?
Howdy.
I picked up some disturbing intel. Bear with me. The Nazis were prepping a train shipment containing ancient Sumerian clay tablets for delivery to Area 52, just before you nuked the place. I asked Set why the Nazis are interested in that shit. Now he told me the Sumerian civilization were an influence on early Da'Yishid symbolism. Basically, the Nazis were going to use those tablets to help decode the Da'Yishid artifacts they were researching. Now, since you nuked the Da'Yishid safekeep, Set ain't worried no more about that Sumerian shit, but I don't see it that way. I think we should do everything in our power to keep information out of the hands of our enemy. So here's my ask. Will you go to the underground train network and destroy these Sumerian tablets before the Nazis ship them off to another military research facility? I put together a brief for you on the war map.
I hear you. Thanks. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Now my thing is, where's everybody else? Now we beat the main game, where's everybody else?
Hear me speak, Billy la Terreur.
We don't see Set.
Curtis, dearling, I heard about you, a writer of famous American books. Maybe you
We don't see Set anymore. Oh, where's everybody gone? Beak. Is it really just us now?
Along with their
That's
lives.
kind of
But,
depressing.
Mr. Billy?
Right. Well, that's kind of sad.
Well met, Mr. Billy.
Well, guess it's off to business.
like trash.
Okay, I try that. Thanks for the chat.
Captain, I need some help.
Hey man, got a moment? Now listen to this, B. We managed to intercept a transmission detailing all of the construction material they shipped over to planet Venus. Get this. On the list is a fully functional battle walker. They gotta be using it for painting ceilings or some shit. I mean, who the fuck knows? Anyway, you should check out the brief on the war map. Good luck out there, B.
Captain, have you time to help out?
Everyone's got side missions.
Kiitos, Captain Blascowitz. Stay on the platform.
What is this? Oh, this is new. Okay.
Grace told me to organize the storage bay by the moon pool. It's been in shambles since the Ausmerzer attack. But although Vitum entrances are blocked by debris, can't even get in there.
I have to say, where's my legs? I hate when games don't show the
I
legs.
really don't want to let Grace down. This whole day has been from us. I know you have extra tissue from your ramshackle contraption, so hopefully you can find a way to ram through the debris.
So what do you need me to do? GG. Okay, here we go. I am confused, y'all. Boom. Boom.
You can do it, Captain Sisu.
Boom. Knock knock.
Ihana, Captain Blascowitz. Now I just have to figure out how to get this place organized. Thank you for your help, Captain. I wonder if Grace will let me build a sauna in here.
Well, if you're good down here, we outie. Upgrade a contraption. I'm out of here. You enjoy your time in there. You enjoy your time in there. We're gonna go back here. So that's just it. Oh, that should be a button to bring this back down. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. No, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. That song will never leave my head. Oh, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Ah, locked. All right. Here we go. Fitness time. District. This is a new side Wolfestein I've never seen before. But I'm very excited too. I mean, I'm glad they don't just end the story with, okay, you beat the game. They can just do what exactly?
Blascowitz, your target, Uber Commander Klaus Klinger, is somewhere inside the bunker. Get down there and erase that motherfucker.
Yes, ma'am. Ah, a little welcoming party. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Chugga 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 chugga. Here comes the A train. Here comes the A train. Like y'all really thought you were gonna run up on me? I'm BJ Blascowitz. I am the Terror Billy. I'm the Terror Billy. Now where do we go next? Hold up. If there's anything that Doom has taught me, is that patience is key. So we drop this. Maybe 1 minute, chat will be right back. Just need to check on something real quick. I'll just sit back and relax till I return. Be right back. we're back, warriors. Thanks for the patience, thank you kindly. Just had to check on some academic work. Nothing too serious though, nothing too serious. Nothing too serious at all, we're doing quite well. Just a few trials, tribulations, but we're doing well for GPA. Got that 2.77, we're doing immaculate in school. So with that being said though, let's return back to Wolfenstein time! Alright, let me go ahead and pull up the volume real quick. GG. I'm going to slide that down. And let's return back to Wolfenstein time. Oh, they're getting serious. And so are we. Oh, we. Happy Hanukkah. Ah, for me, you shouldn't have. You're about to get hit by sleepy time. Give me that. Thank you kindly. Ooh, nice and diced. Sit down. Well, that was entertaining. Now, what's next? Taste it. Couldn't be me if I don't loot. Couldn't be me if I don't loot. Now, where to next? Sleepy time. Any ideas, chat? We just keep venturing on further. Oh, here we go. Right. Ditch the gun. Who's next? Now we're gonna go in tactical. Gotta be smart about this. Always gotta go in smart, chat. Always gotta be smart about this kind of stuff. Can't just run and gun. I mean, you can, but you gotta be smart about it. Oh, we've been here already. Nope, not interested. Ooh, a burger. Okay, where to next? What in the world is going on? Where do we go next, my guy? Where do we go? Jump down. Boom. Where are you? Always keep looking, chat. Always keep looking. Oh, here we go. Ooh, yummers. Yummers. Could be me if I don't loot. Yummers. Oh, and there we go. And up the elevator. Hold up. Boom. Hey, I'm being smart about this. I'm taking no chances. Boom. Oh, we've been here before. Sit down. Come on, come on. Well, that was easy. Did you actually thought you were going to outgun moi? Okay. It seems quiet. A little too quiet. Of course. Nope. Sleepy time. Sleepy time. You're gonna get killed by the sleepy time. Sleep attack. Well, sleep attack. Yep, you tried to use sleep time. Mine are faster. Run, run, run. Come on. Make it our gun. Yummy. Alright, let's go. Fell right into my shot. And a swing and a miss, buddy. A real swing and a miss there. Ooh, right into my fire launcher. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Who's next? You're done. Maxed out. Perfect. Headshot. Sleepy time. Gonna get killed by sleepy time. And sleepy time. You're gonna get killed by sleepy time. Alright, who's next? Because these people are not... They're not it. My man got reduced to pulp. I mean, where we gotta go next? Hold up, I don't trust that. See, that we could have got mashed. Sometimes you just gotta explore a little bit. You have to venture around before you truly know where you're going. We have no need. Sleepy time, sleepy time. You're gonna get killed by sleepy time. You're gonna get killed by the sleepy time. No levers to pull. Nothing, man. Dang. Codes, Cody. Cody. We gotta go, man. Alright. Been through here. There's gotta be some way out. Codes. Come on, Zach. We're gonna find these codes. No. Yo. Let's go. No. No. Hello. We are crazy maxed out on ammunition. We've been here already. So where do we go next? Bro, this is becoming a maze. Zing. But it's also seriously a maze. No. No. We could slide through there, but we can't. I am stumped by this point. Oh. Well, that's new if it's in blue. Okay, here's our plan. Where did I throw the... Great. There it is. The fire shoddy. So here's our plan. Here's what we're gonna do. When things get heated, we run to this gun. Well, watch yourselves. Can't even control your mutts. That's sad. Well, forget stealth. Forget stealth. Hello. Abida-san. Abida-san. Oh, you're fast. But you're not that fast. Ooh, headshots, headshots. Come here. At this point, why do I even try doing stealth? At this point, why do I even try doing stealth? Is it mandatory? No. Do I need to do stealth? No. Booyah. Ooh. The dirty low shot. Thank you. Ah, perfect. Thank you for the free gift. Constrictor harness. Okay. Constrictor harness. Oh, so that's constrictor harness. Sit on down, boy. I'm the predator of the prey that is hiding. Ooh.
Yes. Smooth work, Blascowitz. See you back at base.
We can run and we can slide on through. Took my man's hands. We don't play. I mean, don't worry, we disarmed him, chat. We disarmed him. Hey, always double tap. Always double tap. Let's get on out of here. We should be Gucci. So now we can also run, and we can also compress ourselves. So that thing really compresses our body. That's crazy. But it also comes at a price where if we use it for too long, it can kill us. Come on, hurry up now, hurry up. Get out of here. There we go. Smooth. All we gotta do is just head back to base. Return to sender. Huh. I guess we can't slither through there. Hold up, let me try something. Can we not bust through crates anymore? Did we lose that ability? I hope we didn't lose her. Oh, nope, we still got it. Wow. Talk about deja vu. So we can head on back. Slide on through here. We have some intense strength to being able to just carry this huge gun around like this. Well, you have to have this kind of strength, and again, it's pretty much mandatory. Right, you don't have to walk slow. It's not going to be a boss fight. Couldn't be me if I don't check around, chat. Walk around like it's about to be a boss fight or something. It's not gonna be a boss fight, my guy. I'd rather keep the gun on me. Can't go back up, so where to next then? Hey. These maps get confusing. Come on. If I can just find where to go next. That's just the thing, it's just knowing where to go. Well, good thing I have a lot of patience. That's the best part about this. I have tons of patience when playing these kind of games. Because you can't get frustrated, you can't do that. Recently, I've really been thinking about wanting to do more VR chat streams. Something I'm going to start doing again. I will do it. Not just think on it, but do it. Really look forward to just what next year has to offer. Also, I really look forward to Gamers Outreach. So here's the best thing. We are going to be sticking with Gamers Outreach for a long time to come. I'm very excited for that, really. Look forward to the next events, like the Spooktacular events and the Jolly event. I really look forward to just really these events. I hope to make a lot of friends and meet other VTubers, because we saw a ton of other VTubers, and I just really want to make friends with them. I really do. Man, we're going in circles. Around the world. Hold on. Around the world, 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 around the world. Like legit, where? Oh. I'm like Rondo or Zorro. I'm like Zorro. Like my sense of direction is just in video games sometimes. But see, that's the best thing about games. You know you're making progress if there's enemies. You just have to be patient, that's all. Hold on, let's just be patient, continue our patience. Because I believe very soon we'll find our way out. I don't believe this. This bull hockey. So where the crap do we go next? Where do we go next, y'all? This is crazy. Okay, we'll be alright though. Nah, we're gonna be alright. Games do that a lot. Okay, well, we don't need this anymore, obviously. There we go. Ah! See that? Ah, there we go. The angles, just the angles. Were we just here? That's crazy. That is crazy. No, that okay. So let me just get this straight. Howdy, how do I get on in here? How do I vacate this specific? Oh. Well, seek and ye shall find.
Nice. Should get to work on upgrading my weapons.
Oh, come on. They're just gonna put us in an infinite maze. That's crazy. It's an infinity maze, pretty much. Well, at least we get to keep our upgrades, so I can't be too upset. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. I can't see a way out. Could you kindly... Man. Hold on. Max toy. Good sir, if you could kindly move out the way. Oh, that's crazy now. Hold up. Up. Oh, so now you just grenade proof, right? Bruh, they're taunting us. We're not gonna take it. No. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. That's just stupid. Well, but also kind of clever too. Now, where do we go? Okay, we are really confuffled here. We're confuffled here. What? Okay. So lost right now, excuse me. Where can I find these people? Where can I find this exit? I forgot about that, yeah. I can't seem to find... Ah, battle axe. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. Well, I didn't think it would disappear on me. Let's not do that anymore. I'm not trying to lose my hatchet. Just keep climbing. Jump. I literally don't know where to go after this. This ain't making not one lick of sense because how am I supposed to know where to go next? How am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to know where to go next? This is... It's really kind of confusing me too. Where to go next? Okay, we have been chasing through. This is a literal maze field. Ooh, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. What in the world? Okay, so there's no... We've been through here and that leads out there. This is the most craziest level I've played so far. The puzzles make no sense. This makes zero sense to me. Like, where are we supposed to go? Like, where are we supposed to go next? We can't go back up, obviously. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll find the exit somewhere. Right now it's just not making any sense. It's not making any sense because then it's back to here, which we're not trying to even go there. Hold on, unless we're missing something. Hold on, chat. I'm brainstorming something. Remember what Doom has taught us. I keep thinking this is a computer, but it's not. It's not a computer, but it looks like one though. It's not one though. So, GG. Well, this is where we live now. This is our house, chat. This is where we live now. This is where we live. Okay, I'm bored now. Time to move. Man, body's still there. Seriously, where do we go next? Unless I'm severely missing something. I can't find it. Like, I just... Yeah, but I don't like doing it. I don't like just searching up where and how to find things. This just makes zero sense though. I mean, it really does, because where am I supposed to go next? Where am I supposed to go next? This makes somewhat zero sense. I mean... This is the furthest we've gotten so far. This is the furthest we've gotten so far, and now... I don't know what else to do. I'm just not sure at this point. Well, just keep searching, we'll find it. not like telling us like if we have to return or what. Nothing here. Searching for about a few minutes now. This is nuts. Wait, what am I supposed to do next? Is there a certain point that I'm supposed to get to? Am I supposed to... It's just not making any sense to me right now. It's like, is there like a certain angle that I need to go? Is there a certain place that I need to go to? I've been searching for a few minutes now, man. This game just loses point. Seriously? There's no way. There's no way out. This is like, what are we supposed to do then? This is not making a lick of sense. Hold up. Oh, give me a break. Nothing. Come on. come on. The last thing I need is for the X to be right under my nose, and it's crazy. I mean, where are we supposed to go next? I mean, no map, no nothing, no hint, nothing like that. I mean, where else am I supposed to go? This is literally a maze. And I'm really trying to figure out. And where do I even go? Where do I go after this? It's like I can't go back. The elevator is dead. Yeah, nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. This is nuts. It's like they literally create a level that makes no sense, so now we're practically stuck here. I hate when they do that though. Don't give you the next objective, don't tell you where to go exactly. It's like, okay, now just go here, go there. Like, could you at least give us some instructions, please? Do I have to like stick around, or can I just like leave? Been here for about almost like 3 minutes now trying to get out of this level. It's crazy. So what are we supposed to even do? What are we even supposed to do? Because I can't get out of here. way out. They're trolling us. They're trolling us. I'm trying to see if there's like a secret department that we need to break or something. Sent him flying. Whoa! Goal. Nothing here though. This is insane. So what am I even supposed to do? Because it's not like... Yeah, this part of the game makes no sense. She comes here and drops some vague message, and then what am I supposed to do with that? Like, if you're going to give instructions, lady, give me instructions. Like, seriously, make it make sense. Wolfestein. I mean, it's not that I'm not good at these games. It's just I'm not perfect, but it's just make it make sense. Let me just check something. I'm trying to see where it could be. This one just makes no sense. I'm just trying to find my way out of here. This makes zero sense. Like, how are we supposed to get back now? How are we supposed to get back? There's no way out of here. There's no clear explanation. Like, I'm trying not to want to quit, but it's just, this level makes no sense. Where am I supposed to go? Like, where am I even supposed to go after this? When games do stuff like that, that kind of bothers me a bit, because I didn't know I could do that. So what am I supposed to do? So what am I supposed to even do? Because at this point, it's confusing me. I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find a way where we can just solve this puzzle. Because it's not making any sense of how to exit this place. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't even know what to say at this point because it's just crazy. Well, that's a neat feature I didn't know we could do. Come on. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It's making zero sense. It's making zero sense because where am I supposed to go? Where even? I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, that was just kind of vague of her. I mean, coming, okay, Blascowitz, now it's time for you to head on back. How? How even? I hate when they do that. Give vague information like that and then expect you to know what to do afterwards. No. Come on, come on, come on. see blocking time. It just bothers me how vague that was. She comes in, gives a little information like, okay, Blascowitz, now it's time for you to head on back. How though? Lead me out, woman? I really hate when games do that. Give vague information, like you're supposed to know what they're talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Makes no sense. Like, help me get out of here. Dumb. Like, I mean, have the game make sense. And see, that's the problem. There's no other way back up. This makes zero sense. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna start the mission over, cause no, exit this straight. Yeah, cause this makes zero sense. Like, what am I even supposed to do? So we just spent like a few minutes just running over a random maze. This makes zero sense. Like, make it make sense. Nuclear bunker district. Okay, nuclear bunker district. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna worry about that, chat. I'm not gonna worry about that whatsoever, because that was kind of... That was not very well explained. I almost felt they could have better explained that. Come here. I'm not in the mood. This has been both stupid and a waste of time. Well, I won't say that. We just learned from what we did recently. No, it's just that entire scenario made no sense. Like, she's gonna come around and say, okay, Blascowitz, time for you to get on out of here. How, woman? Leave me out. Like, make it make sense. I hate when they do it. I hate when games act vague like that. Like, I really hate when games do that. Act as vague and just be vague. Like, don't give any clear information. Just act as vague as possible. Like, I'm supposed to know what you're trying to tell me to do. I might have telepathy via my key powers. gonna try it again because we're not gonna get upset. We are not gonna get upset. We're not gonna quit again. We don't need this gun. Like, listen, I'm not even in the mood. Stupid dumb mazes here and there, here and there. Like, make it make sense. Fine by me. I'm not gonna try to do no. I do not care. Ear grenade. Get out of my way. I do not care. I do not care. I am literally too upset to care right now, mentally. Like, that made zero sense, honestly. Like, again, game, make it make sense. Make something make sense. Man, forget stealth. I'm not in the mood for stealth right now. I do not care right now. We do not care. 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 Care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. Come here. Oh, so now it's a permanent upgrade. Well, good to know. Yes, that's a permanent upgrade then. Once you get it, it's permanent. I do not care about stealth. Open sesame. Yeah, I do not care. Come here. Come here. Shut that noise up. Sound. 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 Don't care. Where are you hiding? Come here. Come on. Wait, he's down for the count. So where to next? What do we have to do next? This has made no sense this far. Move. No, nothing. That makes 0 sense. The district levels make no sense. I mean, even if you... All enemies will freeze and harden when spying player. Huh. So what's our mission? Yeah, but what am I supposed to do? It just doesn't make any sense, like... It just doesn't make any sense because I'm trying to find a guy to off. Honestly, I don't even think there is a mission to do. Manhattan District Bunker. Back in the nuclear bunker district, might stumble over some shiny new gold items or weapon upgrades. Besides, ain't never a waste of time polishing doing that. Killing skills. Nothing. So where are we now? Oh, it's down the stairs. I believe that's everything. That's everything. I mean, we've cleared out this place. These extras are just... Hear bell music. Gave me hype for nothing. Literally nothing else to do. There's literally nothing else to do. Hold on, before we just have a mini crash out, let's just check and see. Sometimes games do that. They make things purposely difficult, so it's hard to find where to go. Because this is nuts. This is actually kind of nuts. Good night. Love you too. Alright, patience. You know what? You trust the map. That's where we gotta go, so be it. This has been quite an adventurous stream already. I thought about to send us back to this. I can't get up there. I can't get up there. I just don't understand. Okay. Moving on forth. No star card here. That's what some of you are mentioning right now, star card. Well, I just don't see a star card right now. Hold on. There we go. Wolf monster. So where to then? Yeah, like where to next? This ain't making a lick of sense. Yeah, I've already done that. Already found a toy for Max. These extra levels are confusing though. It's like, what? It's like, we just spent only hours just exploring through what exactly? Nothing, just nothing here. I thought these extras were not going to be so long. Just find enough. What's even the point? What's even the point, really? There's no... Back to where we first started. All the Enigma code. It's making no sense whatsoever. Just gonna grab a small little drink. Yeah, appreciate everyone for being patient too. This has been kind of awkward, really. I really don't care for when games do that, but it'll be alright. That's all we had to do for now. Max's toy. Grave. exit district. We did all that we needed to do. Don't worry.
Max sure likes his crayons.
There's still a toy robot. So that's just it. Everyone's just gone, and it's just us and the crew.
Curtis, dearling, I heard about you, a writer of famous American books. Maybe you have copy to lend?
Oh, I would like that.
Please, mister.
What's this game?
I'll say, if it's another side quest, I cannot be doing that. That's pretty stupid.
Come.
Oh, hi.
Like trash.
Yeah.
I tried that.
Guess all we can do now is just continue to keep killing on a loop. I really thought there was gonna be more to these side quests, like more to these
Good to see you.
extras, but it's just
Freak accident. His power was that he had these huge cannons instead of arms, so he could kick Nazi ass like nobody's business.
it just makes no sense though. Well, just do it again. Time freezes, huh? Good to know. So they freeze when they see me. Good. And that means you look out for some collectibles. It's like until you beat one level, you can't move on. You just demand more collectibles. I'm not gonna complain. Down.
Nice. Should get to work.
Yes. Yes. About time we upgrade these weapons.
Gone upgrading my weapons.
Huh, nice. About time we upgrade them. Ah, double stock, nice. I guess all we're just doing now is just playing this over and over till what? We already found his. We already found his little toy, so that's good. Manhattan bunker. I don't know what the point is, though. What am I missing? What am I supposed to grab? Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Makes 0 sense how it's all back to the beginning. Manhattan bunker. Back in the nuclear bunkers, histories might stumble over some shiny new gold items. Already found his toy. Let's just continue on further. Oh, right through here. I'm getting confused. This has been a literal maze field. It's annoying, really. So there's no official ending to this either. Just trying to find what's needed. Alright. Oh, that was fun. Especially with the new upgrade, too. Armor piercing rounds, right. So all this time we played the entire freaking game without upgrades. That's really flex, man. Headshot. We are not playing around. Sit down. That's what I thought. Waste them. Get out of my way. Boom. Well, that was fun. Now it's time to run. That side angle rip shot was immaculate though. Headshots. Come here, you nuts. Come on. Come here. Come on. slippery snake. Didn't even see me coming. Nice. Now that that's been done. Thank you. Take pride in my stealth improvement. You really learn how to improve on stealth once you use this game. Sad. Sad. Sorry for all my dog lovers. Had to put them down. Excuse me, so now we got all this done over with. I think it's just this. What do we do now? Try to use our reference here. Sure. I didn't get that kind of ending when I played this. Nothing here. It's crazy. But we'll be okay. That makes no sense. Let's just head back to district. Let's just head back. This made 0 sense. We got everything on there. Yeah, we literally have everything, so don't know why it's saying that we can't. That's just stupid.
I got you, Gerald Billy. Show enough, dude.
Ready to get going, Blascowitz? Put your Enigma codes in the Enigma machine and get cracking.
Oh. Yes, if I can just find the... Oh. How the crap? We'll have to check this out later on, chat. I'm trying to decipher codes.
How's it going?
I'll have to try to find a way to just decipher these codes.
Did I tell you about mon cousin Dimitri? He was always sticking up. If someone threatened me on the playground, he would say, "Back off, I will crap in your mouth." He's half Russian, you know. En tout cas, now he is an undercover agent for us at the Oberkommando. He sent the message that let us know that the Oberkommando has been re-established on Venus. But now we've lost contact with him. So we must assume his cover is blown and the Nazis are torturing him for information as we speak. I've seen your flying saucer in the hangar. Will you go back to Venus and save the life of mon cousin Dimitri? You could plan the mission on the war map.
Sure. Well, looks like we got another one.
Gerald fucking Billy.
I literally can't unlock these. Stupid.
Greetings, Mr. Terry.
Honestly, this is just crazy, so I can't even access new secret missions or whatever.
Hi, Mr. Mayor.
So, this is our life now. This is the life after the war. Nobody else but just... oh. Everyone else is gone. Good jet, though. Good plane. A fine beauty of craftsmanship. Honestly, I look forward to just playing the next game after this. Wolfestein Youngblood. There's Wolfestein Old Blood, now there's the Young Blood. I want to see what that's like when we play it.
Maybe have another crack at the shooting range.
You know what? You're right, Blascowitz. Let's have a crack at the shooting range. Where is the shooting range again? Where is the shooting range, my G? BJ and Anya. It's cute. Especially with that proposal at the end too. You make me strong, you also make me weak. I know what he meant by that though. She keeps him strong with faith and hope. But at the same time, when in doubt, well, when they're separate, they're weak.
Well met, Mr. Billy.
Not bad.
Hi there.
Hello. Now we got the scope, let's try it out. Get out of my line of sight. Got him. Huh, new record. Not bad at all. Not bad. I like this. Maybe we'll start doing the shooting range more often. Now I have to be crazy to use this. And crazy is what I am. Nice. Alright then. Well, it was kind of a chill stream, to be honest with. And I think the way we're going to have to get these extra missions is if we decode this stuff, the encryptions. But all in all, it's actually pretty fun. Pretty fun indeed. Then we'll call it here for tonight. Gonna go ahead and just call it for tonight. Go ahead on back. Once again, Warriors, another awesome stream. I really enjoyed ourselves. I really enjoyed indeed just checking out these extra missions, just seeing what it's like when no longer on a mission. It gets pretty chill around the place. But honestly, Warriors, tonight was fun. Even we did have a few minor challenges. It was still pretty fun though. It was fun. But regardless, with that being said, really looking forward to just coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow we can just chill and play some more VR. No, Angerfoot. Like I promised, Angerfoot tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our grand finale of Angerfoot. And we're gonna finish it off. We are. But, as always, y'all, it's fun to hang out with y'all. It's really fun. It's really fun. And don't worry, we shall regain our Twitter account very soon. But, until next time, y'all, as always, first off, as always, y'all, make sure to always check out my Twitter account. Make sure to check out Twitter, our newest Twitter, and of course, our Discord when I'll be going live again. Make sure to check that out so you'll know when I'm live and preparing for the next stream as always, and of course for further updates. But as always, Warriors, it's an honor to be here, hang out with y'all, just having awesome memories. So, as always, take care of each other, be the best for each other, look out for each other, and most of all, you matter. You do. Never doubt that. And most of all, don't ever let bad things ruin your day or ruin your vibe. Always stay positive. Always trust in God. And keep on fighting the good fight, Warriors. Until next adventure, stay lit, legends. Shogun out.